Hey everyone, this is Jason Long with Support My Website, and tonight we're going to be talking about the BUTS principle of the internet. So the BUTS principle is exactly what it sounds like. And the way it goes is, if you enable people to put butts somewhere, they're going to do it. And this sounds kind of crazy, and it sounds like something that, it sounds like the internet, really. I mean, it's exactly what you would think of with the internet, right? But it has a very, very specific meaning and set of meanings when it comes to UX design. That's user experience design. That's how users are using a system, in this case on the internet, and the experience they have as they use that system. Is it easy to use? Is it hard to use? Etc. So here's how I see so often, and how I saw today, the BUTS principle playing out. And it's not as vulgar as a lot of people think it is. It's just dumb. So what happened today is I was looking at a design that somebody had put together, and I was like, this is never going to work. Now, the design was beautiful. It was a really well done design. It was beautifully put together. It was like the fonts looked good, the styling looked good, the spacing looked good, everything looked really good. But what they forgot about was the BUTS principle of the internet. And the way that it applied in this particular case is that there was a section where the designer had anticipated that a list would only go so far. So it was a list in like a small little box. It wasn't like a big space for a list where it could be written out and searched and filtered and all of that. It was a very tiny little box. And what they didn't realize was that they had enabled the client to put as much stuff as they wanted into this box, as many links as they could possibly put into this box. So let's think about the BUTS principle. What happened? There's like 1,000 links in this little tiny box that you can't read, and you have to scroll like all the way up and all the way down. And so it was something that they should have thought about. The UX designer, whoever designed this, should have thought like, okay, well, if I make a box and I enable people to put as much stuff as they want into it, what's that going to look like? But apparently nobody did that. So think about this. Think about the BUTS principle of the internet whenever you're designing a website. Think about if you enable someone to do it and they take it ad absurdum to the most crazy thing they could do with that thing, what's it going to look like? How's it going to work? Is it going to work? Is it feasible? Is it not feasible? If you take any list you could possibly make and just make it 1,000 things long, and think about, has the design and the interaction that we've put together in this particular system accommodated this list being 1,000 things long, or 10,000, or maybe just 10, depending upon what the thing is. But if the answer is no, if you don't have things like pagination, or you haven't limited the number of entries a client could add, which is a whole other thing, because if you do that, inevitably what they're going to do is they're going to be like, take the limit away, and then you're going to have to take it away, and then you're going to have this thing that doesn't work anyway. So think about what it's going to be if they take it all the way to the end, if they add as much as they can. And if you don't think about that, inevitably they're going to do it. They're going to add as much stuff as can possibly be in there, and then you're going to have a list that doesn't make any sense, or you're going to have a system that doesn't work, or whatever. So if you need a good mnemonic for this, think about the BUTS principle of the internet. It doesn't have to be vulgar, although it kind of is as well. That's what happens. That's how it goes. And that's how to avoid it. Limit the number of butts that can be put in any particular place. Or make them work in the place. Whatever. Watch out for the butts. All right. Thanks so much. I'll talk to you soon.